Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City TV special, the third installment, people, the third installment of the week. The reason why I decided to put the Sarcasm City TV specials together is to, give back to the Sarcasm City TV residents to show how heavy I fuck with everybody who's supporting the channel. So big up to everyone who is supporting in whatever capacity. Please make sure you hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Whether you're watching live right now or watching this back after, hit the like button on the video. Share this across all the socials and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Make sure you hit the notification bell. We just went over 4,500 subscribers. So salute to everyone supporting. It is now final road on to 5K. And for those that missed the first two Sarcasm City TV specials, is where I'm joined by a special guest to discuss the biggest talking points within football, normally within the Premier League. We had Lee Gunner on yesterday. Shout out to Lee Gunner. We had Daps from Never a Foul on the first day, on the first one on, was it Tuesday? I believe, yeah, it was Tuesday. So we had Daps on Tuesday. So big up to Daps, big up to Lee Gunner. But this guest right here, it's only right I give him the correct introduction. One of the most hardworking, number one. One of the most hardworking, like without doubt. Let's get that out of the way. Like people compliment my work rate. His work rate is second to none. You know what I'm saying? And not only is he working on when it comes to his channel, he has a fantastic channel, road to 10K on that. Twitter Spaces, something people have tried to do and people tried to fail, but this guy succeeds there. Some of the best Twitter Spaces, bigger Twitter Spaces. I see people atting him all the time saying, where's the space? Where's the space? You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't run one. So it's only right we give him his plaudits. He's also one of the quartet on Battle of the North as well. And he's my favorite up. You know what I'm saying? Which is weird saying that he's my favorite up. Like, I have respect for him because of how we battle. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a similar thought process to me. So it's only right we welcome Mr. This Is Football, Don Hassam, to the channel. Yes, Don Hassam. What are you saying?
Big up for the intro, first of all. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Flawless saying something nice about me. So you get me. We're moving in the positive direction. Maybe Matisse is the problem, as I was telling
Maybe.
Flawless backstage. So maybe Matisse is the issue, Maybe he's the one causing friction between us both. But listen, I always tell Flawless this. The best part about me and Flawless is it reminds me of when I was a teenager. It brings us back to the playground,
Yes.
where you were just straight up just talking football, no nonsense type stuff.
Yes.
So this is why I always love being on stream with Flawless. He made his debut on my channel 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So now I'm making my debut on Sarcasm City TV. Thanks so much for having me, and big up for the intro. And everyone watching right now, don't forget to subscribe to Sarcasm City TV and like this video right here, right now. And big up to you for having me, Flawless.
Yeah, man, big up. So we are going to get into it as well. Large up the chat. I will run through some of the comments as well. We will be discussing Hassam. He's a Liverpool fan, so obviously we'll be discussing their season, Jurgen Klopp, Mo Salah, Trent, all the things regarding Liverpool. And of course, with my football club, which can't stay out of the news, whether we're playing well, we're playing poorly. We'll be discussing Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, part one of his interview dropped yesterday. Part two is out today. So that's definitely going to be interesting as well. Look at this guy already trolling. You know what I'm saying? Look, make sure you go subscribe to this channel. This guy. This guy trolling. Nothing to do with nothing. Says, what a trophy for Manchester United in the last 6 years. SA says, look at the boys. United against Matisse. Here's the thing. Go check out Battle of the North. Matisse just... Chelsea are in the mud, so Matisse was the one who got the, you know what I'm saying, who got that.
Funnily enough, we did unite against him last episode as well.
Yo, if the joke slap, anybody can get it on Battle of the North. It's a free-for-all. It's a free-for-all. Big up Shellington as well. Says, I'm becoming a regular here. Big up to you. Large up to Ryan, who says, Klopp out as well. Ryan, I don't know. We'll get to that. We're going to get to the whole Klopp out thing. Don't worry about that. Love to Sasha every single time as well. Says, big up Flawless. How are you today? I'm blessed. How are you doing, Sasha? I hope you're good. She also says, welcome to Sarcasm City, Don Hassam. SA says, toxic relationship 101 these lot. That is facts. We're a functioning toxic relationship. Yes. That's what it is. We're a functioning like we get results. You know what I'm saying? We just have a lot of friction and issues going on. But as you can, big up to Murtaza as well in the cup. But yeah, is Jurgen Klopp being criticized too much this season? Your thoughts on it, Hassam? Because obviously you sold Mane, you bought in Nunes. You was only a point away from City in the Premier League. You lost the Champions League final, but you were 2 games away from a quad. So, and obviously picking up both domestic cups as well. So you were looking to kick on from that. And so far this season is not gone that way. So who do you look at? Is Klopp being criticized too much? Is it more on the players? Like, talk to me.
I think, look, from a content creator perspective, like people who go on YouTube and stuff, our biggest, maybe let's say, representatives from the Liverpool perspective actually haven't criticized him enough. I don't think he's had enough criticism. I don't think people have objectively looked at what Klopp's done wrong, what Klopp's done right. And I think with Jurgen Klopp, there's been plenty of mistakes this season. And even when I did my player ratings 2 days ago, I give Klopp a 1 out of 10. Because it's not just transfers, it's decisions, it's in-game management, it's substitutions. He specifically himself cost us games, Everton away, Crystal Palace, etc. Many games, like you feel like Klopp himself didn't really coach a win. I've heard, for example, United fans say Ten Hag has coached 2-3 4-0 wins, but we end up not getting them because we're not clinical. Like, for me, I cannot say that Klopp coached a win, but the players didn't deliver. Klopp didn't coach a win either. And this is the problem. So Klopp's in-game substitutions, the tactics, when he decides to change stuff, pre-planning substitutions. Klopp's been making plenty of mistakes, Just today made another mistake with the contract renewal of Curtis Jones. So, it's just...
Yo, you don't think Curtis Jones can be a good squad player?
Brother,
I'm just asking questions.
Me being a good squad player. This guy, if he was not a Scouser, he would be at Shrewsbury. I promise you. He would be at Shrewsbury Town. You get me?
So you don't think he's a Premier League level player, is what you're telling me?
He is not Premier League level. He's not Championship. He's League One. That's his
really
level. I promise you, you could go to League One and find better football players. I promise you.
Wow.
Right here, right now. The only reason why he's staying is because he's Scouse. That's it. And no one can convince me otherwise. He's just crap. He's just crap.
First.
Yeah,
so you're saying that's his mistake there is Curtis Jones renewing his contract. All right. Well, here's the thing I say with Klopp. To me, and this is from the outside looking in, as much as it pains me to admit this, this is his first bad season I've seen from him. So surely you give him some leeway. That's why people aren't criticizing. He's been there, 7
bad
years?
Season?
Yeah, this is his first bad season. What? You tell me his other bad
season. Klopp
seasons.
or Curtis, you mean?
No, Klopp. I'm talking about Jurgen Klopp.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant Jones.
No.
Okay,
no, Jones. I don't follow Jones like that. He's even been there 7 years.
My bad. Klopp. Okay.
Like, I understand the criticism of Klopp. I understand he should have done more because there is titles you lot should have won, and we're going to discuss that. You could argue he should have done better in certain European finals as well. But in terms of, I look at it, this is the first bad season. This is the first. Like, there's a difference between underachieving and failing. I think this is the first season you can look at and go, he's failing. You haven't underachieving. Or do you disagree with that?
I mean, look, credit in the bank is something that feels loosely.
Are you stressed, fam? Are you okay? You seem stressed.
Listen, this football club will never have me. Anyway, listen.
Why are you seeming so stressed?
Credit in the bank is a word that's used loosely a lot of times.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I don't think it's used loosely with Klopp. Like, obviously, he does have credit in the bank, and he has won it all at Liverpool and all that good stuff. But this season, if you look at it like in a prism by itself, then you've got to realize that Klopp's decisions in the transfer window, Klopp's decisions on the pitch, Klopp's substitution and all of that, like he plays a massive role in where we are in the league right now. And when it comes to this is Klopp's first ever season in which yes, I agree with you. I think this is Klopp's first ever failure season, as in straight up failure. Maybe other seasons he's underachieved, like last season where we should have done better. Of course, maybe at least one of the two big boys, which is the Prem or the Champs. But like this season, he's probably been on his worst performance individually as a coach probably since he's joined Liverpool. Like these last 2-3 months since the start of the season, this is his worst form in terms of all decisions in game as well. Like, I'm gonna give you an example so people don't think I'm just making shit up. Everton away, the score was 0-0. He won us the game and then lost us the game by himself. He brought on Firmino and we looked really good for 15 minutes. For 15 minutes, that was the best football we played all game long against Everton, and we looked like we were about to score. He then decides to take off Trent and Simicast and bring on Milner and Robertson as the right back and left back because it was a pre-planned substitution. And suddenly all our penetration went away. Now, I know Trent hasn't been in the best of form and Simicast isn't that great. I understand. But with the momentum of that game where it was headed, we were controlling the game. We were doing, like we were doing very well. And then that ended up happening. The only game that Klopp deserves tactical credit for is Manchester City, in which he gave them the ball and he said, listen, I know what I am. I'm crap. I'm going to counterattack. So that's basically the only time where like Klopp deserves credit. But besides that, every single time this season, he's let us down. He's let us down as much as a lot of these players have, you know, as much as Trent's let us down, as much as many people have let us down. So, yeah.
All right, but here's the thing, because Ryan says there that credit in the bank is done now. Surely winning every trophy, which he has won, you know what I'm saying, making you lot without doubt, obviously not this season, the second best team, winning, you've won a Premier League title, you've won a Champions League, you've won an FA Cup, you've won a League Cup. You could argue you could win more, you should have won more. That I actually think you could argue that if Klopp is as good as you think he is. But how much credit, how long does that credit in the bank last for you? Because you are currently right now not Klopp out, which I actually understand, all jokes aside, all banter aside. So what do you give him this season and then the summer to rebuild, and then next season you judge him? Because I just think it's the end of the cycle for the team and Klopp deserves a chance to rebuild it. How do you look at it?
I mean, we're probably going to give Klopp the January transfer window, the summer transfer window, you know, and see what happens. But I don't think people's patience is running thin, because when look, here's the thing, you know, as you know, in our life as Liverpool fans, we haven't really seen much success. But when you're used to a certain level of football and you've got 6-7 world-class players, I mean, let's be real here. Trent didn't wake up suddenly and become crap. Van Dijk didn't wake up suddenly and become crap. Fabinho, all these players, you know, they didn't all just suddenly become shit players overnight. So this is where something must change. We must either start a gigantic rebuild, get rid of 5-6 players and buy 5-6 players in, or change the manager. So, and of course, the manager is not going to get changed. I don't think there's any scenario in which Klopp gets sacked. You know, specifically by FSG. I know for a fact, even if we got relegated, he was probably going to stay. You know, so I don't think there was any scenario in which he got sacked. But when it comes to this situation with Jurgen Klopp, it's much easier to change the manager than it is to change 5-6 players, but not in this scenario. Because if you sack Klopp, I think fans will riot outside Anfield. That's the issue. So I don't think the ownership group have the courage or balls to do that. And I don't think he deserves to get sacked, but I think he deserves to take responsibility and have certain repercussions, meaning don't give him 100% control of the transfer decisions, stuff like that, in which you can edit the mistakes that happened. Jurgen, you said we don't need a midfielder. Fuck what you say. I'm going to get you a midfielder, and you're gonna play him, whether you like it or not, because there is no person, you know, with common sense or logic who looked at Liverpool and said they don't need a midfielder this summer, except Jurgen Klopp, because he's on this whole tight-knit squad, love everyone, kiss everyone type shit.
No hugs, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Passion, kissing the badge, you know what I'm saying? Saluting the cup end. I know you saluted him back, even though you weren't in the cup end on your watch-alongs.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
I'm just adding further information to what you're stating. That's all it is. I'm just here to mediate, add information to what you're stating. Here's the thing is, if you were to sack Klopp, the fans rioting, I would understand. I would get that, because you mentioned it there. You need a rebuild regardless. So even if you sack the manager, you still need 5-6 players. You would still need those 5-6 players, to me. I don't think that all of a sudden you get a new manager and you go back to where you was at. Like Trent goes back to exactly what he was. Van Dijk, Fabinho, like who else? Henderson, like Milner, Robertson, all of these players. I just think and I don't know if it's because Liverpool have not had success in recent times and fans haven't seen it. It's just the end of the cycle. I've seen it at Manchester United many a times, where we've had successful teams and then it's just the end of the cycle. And even if you were to sack the manager at that point, you would still go I need to sign 5-6 players. Because let's say they sacked him over in January or in the summer, you would still want 5-6 players, wouldn't you?
Yes, I think we need 5-6 players as well. And it's not just starters, it's also players who are squad options, because the issue is, look, any Liverpool fan will tell you, as soon as Thiago goes down and he's injured, we're automatically done in midfield. And that cannot be the case at Liverpool, at United, at any big club. You can't be that reliant on one player.
No.
Last summer, we were going through discussions and we were having disagreements, and we were speaking, who's the most important player at Liverpool? Some say Alisson, some say Salah, some say Fabinho. Come to find out, to be honest with you, the most important player is probably Thiago, because we go from like playing at a 8, 9 out of 10 level to playing at a 3 level without him. If a player affects you that much, or like impacts your game or how you play that much, then you should at least get someone of a similar ilk minimum, someone who is at least someone who could dictate tempo, control the ball, someone like that, and I think you'd be in a better place. I'll describe it to you this way: Robertson and Tsimikas. When Tsimikas plays, no one goes like, "Oh, we miss Robertson so much. Oh shit, we're screwed." Tsimikas is on the pitch. No one says that. So even if we had like 11 Tsimikases, if you like, on the bench, players who could come in, don't make you miss the starter, players who can rotate, who can do well, who can play well. This is what we really need. We need depth, and at the same time, we need and let me just say one thing. There's examples in the world. Look at Real Madrid. They bought in Camavinga while Modric, Casemiro, and Kroos were there, and then they bought in Chouameni while Modric and Kroos were there. Why are we waiting for Mo Salah to be practically like unplayable or just fall off a cliff to go get a replacement? Same thing with Fabinho this season. Why are we waiting for Fabinho to just fall off a cliff in order for us to consider a DM? You should get these players while these players are in there, so they learn off of them as well. Because I know you might not be the biggest Salah fan, but if I get a right winger, let him play with Salah for 2 years, he'd learn positioning, he'd learn goal scoring, he'd learn where to be in the box. So many multiple different things, that he could learn off of Salah. And you'd have a player who could play in the cups, you could play in the Champions League games. If you wanted to rest Salah in a game, you could do that. And this is why, when you look at City youngsters, for example, no one will ever say Foden looks like he's run out of steam. Or, for example, one of them youngsters looks like they're run out of steam. Because there's constant rotation. There's players who come in, who come out. With us, Flawless, even towards the back end of last season, if you noticed, 99.9999% of our lineups were the same exact lineup, for a period of almost 3 months, because Thiago didn't get injured. The only real substitution we made is Henderson for Keita, which is like, okay, and like, nothing special there, so, that's the only real substitution. So, even Ryan, now big up to him in the comment section, saying Salah's underrated. I changed his opinion because he knows. He knows. And even like, by the way, this relates more to the Klopp topic.
Yeah, go on. The floor is yours.
Erling Haaland came in and Pep switched up his system in a way to reap the benefits of Erling Haaland without damaging Kevin De Bruyne. The system that we were playing at the start of the season damaged Mo Salah. Because anyone who watched Liverpool would tell you, Mo Salah moved from a right winger who is like coasting centrally, trying to score goals, trying to create in the final third, to a touchline winger. He almost had the same heat map as Reece James, a right winger. So that tells you all you need to know. I'm not going to take my best player, play him as a right wing back so Nunes can score more goals. You adapt to us. We'll help you out. We'll switch the system up a little bit, but I'm not going to take my best players, play them out of position and ruin the whole flow of the team. So like there's been plenty of mistakes made at Liverpool this season, man. But I think Jurgen Klopp should be the man, that is given an opportunity to sign players and get us to, make us better. That's what I'd say on that situation. Yeah. But we shall see in due time whether he does it or not.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Like, in terms of he's done enough to at least get a chance to rebuild it. That's what I would say. He's done that. And Ryan mentioned it in the chat when he was like, oh, well, Fergie, what did he say? Fergie rebuilt, you know what I'm saying, afterwards. But Manchester United had bad seasons. Pep at City's had bad seasons. The season you won the league, They didn't win the Well, obviously, the season Liverpool won the league, they didn't win the Premier League. They didn't win the Champs. I think they won a Carabao Cup. That would be classed as a poor season. And he didn't. I think Laporte got injured. Did Laporte get injured? And he had centre back injuries. I can't remember off the top of my head. But my point is, Pep then went and rebuilt in the summer.
Yep.
Klopp, every single manager, whoever it is, has had a bad domestic season. If you are somewhere 5, 6, 7 years competing at the highest level, that's going to happen. Whether it's Klopp, whether it's Pep, whether it's Fergie, whether you go abroad and you look at Mourinho and Ancelotti, etc. The list goes on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? Flawless Peppers had one bad season where we finished second and won a trophy. We might not get top 4. You might not get top 4. Maybe. Actually, we'll go there. You lot get your questions.
That season was really bad in City standards. Let's be real.
Yeah,
I agree
exactly.
with Flawless. That season was really bad. Winning the Carabao Cup only as Manchester City, come on.
Awful. That's awful for them. Like most other teams, yeah, you'd say, yeah, but this is Manchester City. That the start of the season, they're favourites for the Premier League. And if not favourites, they're top 2 for the Champions League. So to fail miserably at both of those, that tells you all you need to know. FA Cup and Carabao Cup is side for them. That's extras. You know what I'm saying? They're used to eating full-on dishes. That's what that is. They're used to 5-star, well, 6-star.
They won the least relevant trophy that season.
This is
like even at least the FA Cup has a bit more respect. You get me? Like, okay, fair enough. FA Cup. Like the Carabao Cup is the least relevant trophy. Let's be real now. Like you would rather win Europa League, you'd rather win Conference League than Carabao Cup. If we're being completely honest. Like, yeah, the Carabao is the least relevant trophy you could get in England. So, listen, Pep Guardiola having a 1 billion squad, £1 billion worth of squad, and winning the Carabao Cup, we cannot excuse that. That's a shit season as well. The same way I said last season, we underachieved/failed. We just have to be honest. When you got that many good players, you've got to either take the Prem or the Champs. One of them, and it's a success immediately. So,
yes,
you know, that's what I'd say.
And that's the aim. But how do you look at that? Because Ryan mentioned it. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. They don't have to be Liverpool related. But if you got any, get your questions in. Hassan will answer any questions you have. But Ryan mentioned it. Top 4. What are you saying about top 4? Is it on? Is it off? How confident are you of getting top 4 as a Liverpool fan? And Champions League as well. Because you are through to the next round. And you do play Real Madrid. So we'll start with top 4.
This guy is such an asshole. Man just had to throw it in there. He just had to throw it in there. Like, oh, by the way, you play Real Madrid. I hate you, man. Why? Why did you even have to remind me of that? Like, why? Why couldn't you just say your thoughts? You know, why you have to like, oh, you're playing Real Madrid. I hate this shit, man. I hate this shit. You know the worst part about content creation, Flawless?
Yeah, go on.
You cannot hide. That's the worst part. You cannot hide.
There's no hiding. No.
So like, if we get slapped up or some shit happens, I'm gonna have to go on a camera for an hour after that game and speak like, "Yo guys, we lost to Real Madrid for the 100th time because so and so and so and so." Fuck this, man.
Yo, I don't know why you get mad at me
again.
Just as I was saying it to you, I actually forgot you was playing Real Madrid until I actually said it, and I was like, "But that's a."
What was your question? I actually forgot the question.
That's a prestigious tie. I'm just saying, isn't it? That's what the side who have won the Champions League the most, and the side who have won it. Are you the third most? Yeah, because you lot have won it 6 times, and they've won it. Yeah, and they've won it 14, and there's only AC Milan between you. So that's coveted. You feel me? But yeah, the question I was asking we'll start with the first bit. Top 4. What I'm saying, is it on for Liverpool? How are you looking at it? Are you confident of it? Are you not confident? The teams around you, does their quality or lack of quality give you more confidence?
Listen, you've heard my opinion on this all season long. I think top 4 is guaranteed, and I won't budge on that. I look, we've got to be realistic here a little bit. Getting top 4 with Nat Phillips and Reece Williams, I'm not gonna like be afraid that we won't get top 4. But once again, context or not, or whatever has happened, top 4 is not a successful season, regardless of how many people want to draw it up and change it up. Top 4 is failure. A club the size of Liverpool Football Club cannot accept top 4 as a season. But, however, I understand, this is the new era of football. Now you've got to get top 4 to do all this, like sign players and Champions League money and all that crap. So, fair enough. Like, okay, you want me to get top 4? We'll get top 4, no problem. But at the end of the day, when it comes to this situation, I think we will get top 4, and I don't have any doubts about it. However, I think top 4 by itself is not good enough. That's what I'd say.
That's
So I think I'd expect a lot more than just top 4. But you've heard me from the start. I've never budged on the top 4 thing. I don't think top 4 is like a.
You're
I
right.
don't think it's a question, to be honest with you.
Yeah, obviously
But we
I know
shouldn't
your
aim
opinions on it, but it's for the, you know what I'm saying, the sarcasm citizens who may not have heard your opinion on it. That's why I asked the question. Obviously I know, and I understand why, because when you look at the quality in and around the Premier League, like take City out of it, take Arsenal out of it, there's 2 spots up for grabs. You have Chelsea, who are, you know, just not doing well whatsoever. Like, talk to Chelsea fans, they'll tell you top 4 is not on. Spurs with Conte,
Chelsea
even
are
though
crap as well.
yeah, Chelsea ain't good. Spurs with Conte, you never know. Like, that's a ticking time bomb. It's just a question of when it goes. We know how that ends. Manchester United, our squad, like, if we don't strengthen in January, our squad is thin, and we're already in a lot of competitions going into the next round of the Carabao Cup. We're also in the Europa League as well. We have to do the playoff round of that. There's also FA Cup ties as well. So that's how I'm looking at it in regards to. I understand. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it in regards to how you're looking at it. So I understand from a Liverpool fan perspective why you are confident of getting top 4. Because even as a United fan, I'm looking at it going, can we get top 4? Yes. It just depends how much further we go in these competitions as well. But on to it. Champions League. I'm saying against Real Madrid. That means that, you know what? The silver lining for you lot is all the pressure is on Real Madrid. You're under no pressure. Surely that could play into your hands. You mentioned it with Manchester City and the way Klopp played, hitting them on the break. Give them the ball and hit them on the break. Or are you just not confident going to the Bernabeu?
I disagree with that. I think a club the size of Liverpool will always have pressure on them. I don't think I don't think there's no pressure. You could argue there's probably less pressure on Real Madrid because they won it last season, and you know they beat us multiple times, so they're not really feeling the hype of this game as much as we have. I think the only way we beat Real Madrid is if we sign players in January, and I don't care what anyone says. As currently constructed, unless we do some sort of smash and grab, or we do some sort of park the bus and score 1 goal from a corner type shit, then we ain't winning this game. It's just the unfortunate truth of how it goes. So when it comes to the Real Madrid game, am I confident? Probably not. Do I think we could beat them? We probably could, but I'm not confident in it. Now the silver lining is in something else. If we do beat Real Madrid, I think that does give us the confidence and momentum to go all the way and actually win it. But we cannot win it with the current crop of players. We can't. We cannot beat Real Madrid as currently constructed unless we get, as rumored, Caicedo, for example, in January or someone like that. I really do not believe that it's possible for us to beat Real Madrid. Henderson, once again, against Modric and Kroos, I've seen that movie multiple times, you know?
Yeah, we all have. Yeah.
I've seen that
good
movie
film.
before.
You know what I'm saying? It's a great film. Great ending.
It's a shit ending.
Oh, it's a fantastic ending, man. Bunch of screws, man. You get to see 2 stars. You don't want to see 2 stars in a film. You know what I'm saying, why would you not want to do that? Like, you're a man of football. You are. This is football. That is football. You know,
the reason why people love football is because it has different endings.
Yeah, true. And you've
been Real Madrid the same every year. They start calling it a Farmers League.
Hey, forget all that. But if we put it in the film perspective, we know minus Infinity War. I don't say I even know if you're a Marvel head, but people will get this reference. We know the superheroes win at the end, but we still go and watch. We all went to see.
I'm not really a big movies guy.
You're not a film guy, but my point is Marvel. For instance, we all went to see the majority of us went to see Black Panther. We know Black Panther gonna win in the end. We still went to see it. I'm still gonna try and go see it again. We know how this ends. I'm saying so. Liverpool, Real Madrid. Who don't want to see that? 2 prestigious clubs, 14-time. You know what I'm saying, Champions League winner versus 6-time Champions League winner, multiple La Liga winner versus multiple English League title winner. You don't want to see that clash. Ancelotti versus Klopp, Benzema versus Mo Salah, Thiago versus Cruz. You know what I'm saying, Modric versus Fabinho, Rudiger Van Dijk. I'm saying, like, it's got a lot of Valverde and Jaw. Obviously,
good
you like
versus
saying that you understand my point. Yeah, I wouldn't say good versus evil, but yeah, we like. But I like that film. So you're just not confident going for. All right, what signings would you like to see Liverpool make in January? Aside, you mentioned Caicedo. Outside of Caicedo, and I don't really want names, more positions.
Scott McTominay, Fred, Harry Maguire,
Hey, take him.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka,
Please.
David De Gea, Victor Lindelof, Luke Shaw, Marcus Rashford, Cristiano Ronaldo, Anthony Martial. You know, it's just. Sorry, I was
Hey,
just naming needy players in my head. Yeah,
Allow the shit out
I
to put
just a
the
little
rest
bit
of
I
him you
got
can
filtered
take.
there.
I
But
agree with
anyway,
you on that.
when it comes to positions, I need us to get 3 midfielders, and I know that cannot happen in January, but minimum 1. And I would actually like to see a forward player. Most like interested player I'm like position. Sorry, I'm in is the right wing position, because we can't let Salah play every game, man. We cannot like Carabao Cup quarter final Salah, FA Cup Salah, Champions League Salah. Like we need someone, and the mad problem is Jota's played on the right wing, and he gives me a stomach ache every time he plays over there. Diaz, right wing, doesn't work either. Nunes, right wing, Lord have mercy on my
Yeah,
soul.
that's not it.
You
That's
know
not it.
who's the only good, who's a substitute right winger
Go on,
at
who?
our football club? Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. The
Let's
only
go.
guy
Pick
that's
up the
played right
Ox.
wing and doesn't look like crap, is Ox. So it shows you how mediocre, that position is. So I want us to get someone who's like a right wing backup, basically, and one midfielder minimum, if not 2. And I think we'd be in a much better position. And some of these players, you don't necessarily have to, wait a long time. You could get rid of them in January.
That is true. That being said, exits. Who do you actually want to see leave, whether it's January or the summer?
Oh, how long have we got? Man said
We got
exits.
time, man.
I'll write
You
you a
know
whole
what I'm
list.
saying? Yeah, you can write the whole list, man. We're under like this time here, man. This is Sarcasm City
Exit
TV, man. You know what I'm
Gomez,
saying? Gomez.
Adrian,
Mhm,
Henderson,
mhm.
Oxlade-Chamberlain, Keita, Milner, Curtis Jones, Firmino. 8 exits.
8 exits. How come?
Happily.
Surely Firmino can do a squad player role.
Surely not.
What? Why is a backup
Because
9?
his skill set is gone now. That's why.
His skills, what do you mean his skill sets? So what? He's lost like his technique and his finesse.
Yes. People
Wow.
can lose their ability, whether you like it or not. It's just the truth.
People can lose their ability, but it's rare that football players at the highest level lose their finesse. They lose their physical attributes. So being strong, being quick, being agile,
No, I'm
being
talking
mobile.
about skill set.
Yeah, but like, so you saying he's
Firmino
lost like
doesn't
his
pass
first touch?
as well as he used to, doesn't dribble as well as he used to, doesn't create space as well as he used to. All that stuff's gone now.
Wow,
And he's extremely too inconsistent with it, meaning he could give you a 10 out of 10 versus Southampton and then give you a 0 out of 10 versus Spurs. So where do you go from here? Unreliable. And he isn't really an impact player. So he isn't someone you can bring off the bench and he score you a goal, for example, because he isn't a striker. He's a shadow striker, false 9.
Yeah, he's a false 9, man.
Yeah,
man.
so
A part of your
where do we
best
go
front
from
three. Well, of your former front three, your most successful front three in recent.
That was
memory.
3 years ago. We have moved on.
Yeah, well, that
It's
was last
time
year
to
because you
move
had a good
on
season last season.
from the
season
baby
before.
as well. You get me?
Okay.
It's time for Klopp to send his kids to school. You get me? And stop just homeschooling them every time. It's time to just let go. You get me? I don't give a fuck 6th choice, 9th choice. It's just fuck this whole 6th choice crap. Because by the time someone's injured, suddenly he has to play. People don't understand football. Bring me some random 21-year-old who can pass the ball and dribble and do all this shit and let him develop into the new Firmino. Instead of keeping Firmino till he's like a bar of soap that's run out fully and you're just squeezing the life out of it. It's finished. There's no more lather on your hand when you put water on it. Yes, they are staying, and this is how you go 30 years without a league title. So enjoy it, Ali.
I will definitely enjoy it. I don't know about Ali. I'm not sure who supports. I forgot, but I will enjoy it. I know you will enjoy it. Like, what you hate? What's up? What do you hate? Talk to us. This is a safe space. Sam, get it off your chest.
Why are you
man.
enjoying this? Why are you like this? Do you
Why
bring
am I
on
like
guests to laugh at their pain? This is what you do.
No, like I'm laughing because you're smiling. That's what it is. You are extremely entertaining. That's what it is. You are extremely entertaining, and the way you deliver facts is funny. That's what that is. That's why you are here. This is why say you're one of my favorite content creators. Like whether to work with or watch. That's all it is. Like so it's not to laugh at your pain, as much as it is enjoyable because it is Liverpool football.
As much as it is
laughing at my
pain,
As much as it is, I'm saying that as much as it is, it's like you lot have had your time in the sun. Like it's just over. It's just the end of the cycle, man.
No, we ain't in the sun enough. We weren't in the sun enough.
Yes, you was.
I didn't even get
in the sun too much.
I didn't even get
in the sun too much.
No. One league title and one Champions League ain't enough time in the sun, brother. Run me that sun back, bro. That's what I want.
I hear that. I hear that. But it's like the English summer over here. It's a short time. Like that's what your
I'm
time in the summer
Jordanian.
is like.
I don't do
You know what I'm
English summer.
saying?
I do
No.
Jordanian summer.
Yeah, you're Jordanian. I'm just pointing out the fact. I was just making the comparison to what it's like over here. Our summer is very short. I think that your time in the sun was too long, to be honest. I had to put up with it. It felt like 20
And
years. It
Liverpool
was only
isn't
4
English
years.
either. Scout's not English.
Oh yeah. Scout's not a guy, whatever in it. As I was saying, hey, it's a nice place though, Liverpool. All jokes aside, it's great. It is like minus the dump that is Anfield. It's a great place. You know what I'm saying? I love like Liverpool.
Your stadium is rat infested.
Hey, this ain't about
and the roof leaks.
This ain't about us.
So you go over there and
that's a wait. That's a sunroof, man. That's ventilation. That's what that is.
You might think it's raining, but it ain't raining.
That's ventilation. That's what that hole in the roof is. No, it's ventilation, man. Get it right. You know what I'm saying?
Why
that's
have you got the same chef for 20 years? Tell me.
Allow Barbara, man. She's a great chef. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And
why have you got the same technology for 15 years?
Hey, I have no idea why we got this. Why we have a PS2 and not a PS5. I don't know. I got a PS3 and a PS4 here, so we move. That's their lookout.
You know, the PS3 low-key was the best console that came out at the time.
PS3 was quality. The reason why I've still got it is so I can play Fight Night. That's why, because they haven't made a new boxing game.
I'm saying when it first came out, though. When it first came out, you were most hyped about PS3 than anything else.
I was hyped about PS1, 2, and 3, but then I stopped really gaming. Like PS3 was the last time I was gaming like seriously.
But when you first played the PS3, you're like, damn, like this legit.
100% was fine. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like online. I was running FIFA, beating
FIFA,
people. FIFA. Yeah.
Man was top 20 in the world. FIFA, man. That was elite.
I was top 20 in the world in that at one point. You know what I'm saying? But we move. Obviously, you grow up in life. It's not, why would I lie about it? If I was going to lie, I'd make out a better lie.
Because there is no way to prove whether that statement is false.
It was, man. Like, I was top 20 in the world at one time. I was at FIFA God. Like, this is old time. This is not now, though. Not now. Do you actually, all jokes aside, do you play FIFA?
Not anymore. I quit in 2017.
Why did you quit? What happened?
Because I was in an ultimate team game. I had 28 shots. He had 1 shot and it ended 1-1. And I swore from that day to never play that game ever again. And I put it in the thing. Let all these virgins who pay £500 to buy FIFA points, let them enjoy it. Man's in Division 10 with Henderson and they have Messi and Ronaldo. Get fucked. I'm not playing this game anymore.
Yeah, that's liberties. That being said, that was just a nice plug, people. We will be bringing back pro clubs this month on the Twitch. I don't know when it is in it. And if Sam gets his act together, he'll be in the team as well, in it. Or he's waiting on you to get your act together and come run pro clubs, man. What's wrong with you?
I will never buy FIFA.
Why won't you buy FIFA? What's wrong with you?
I will never buy FIFA.
Why are you depriving your supporters and your fans of seeing you play pro clubs? They want to see you do that.
No, they don't.
Yeah, all right. So put out a tweet and say, would you lot like to see me play pro clubs? Guarantee you get yes.
You cannot bully me into buying that game.
How am I bullying you
into a game I don't enjoy? I hate FIFA.
But this is why you'll enjoy it with us playing pro clubs. You know what I'm saying? And it's me.
I'm telling you something. I played FIFA from 98. FIFA 98 indoors 5-on-5. I used to run that on my PC.
I had
till 2017. So 20 years. But I quit.
I'm saying I had FIFA 98 road to the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? I played that on PS1. Damn. Like you talking to like I've been there, done all that with
FIFA. Did you play FIFA 2002, the World Cup one?
Yeah, of course.
Where if the player had a star on his head, the ball would turn into fire.
I don't remember that, but that's taking it back. But to my point, why are you depriving your fans of what they want to see? Come run plug. You know me. You know Months. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple others in the team that you'll probably know as well. Come, where do you play? Where would you play? Hypothetically, on pro clubs. I'm just asking.
Last time I played pro clubs, I was the number 10.
Yeah, well, come then, innit? You know what I'm saying? You need to pull up, man. This guy, you're a joker. You know what I'm saying? Bump up the likes, people, as well, though. Bump up the likes. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Go subscribe to This Is Football. The link's in the title for Hassam's channel. So you can click the link in the title as this show is going on. Open up a new tab and go subscribe over there as well. But yeah, Hassam depriving you lot and don't want to jump on clubs, but we move. But we will be bringing back Sarcasm City Pro clubs this month. I need to hit everybody up. But yeah, moving on from Liverpool, because you're saying, so you're looking at it, actually, one last question. So Premier League's gone, obviously you're out of the Carabao Cup. You're saying you're out of the Champs, FA Cup. Are you looking at that? Could that if Klopp manages to win that, is that turn a disaster of a season into a decent season if you manage to win the FA Cup?
No.
All right, does it bump
The
it from
aim
like
is
a
the
6 to a
same.
4?
Premier League
Yeah.
or Champions League. That's the aim.
Okay.
It's simple as that.
First.
So
I
I will not drop my standards. Dropping my standards is how you go 30 years without a league title. So I'm not
That
dropping.
is true. That is true. And
You know,
Ryan
I'm
said
keeping the
referee.
standards high. At least someone in my fan base have got to improve the standards. You get me?
That is true because you do have the
None
likes
of
of
this
Ryan.
celebrating second nonsense.
Yeah, serious. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I love that clip as well, yo. You saying that is one of my favorite clips. When you lot finished second, what was it? Was it the it was Club of the Year? We are second Club of the I love that clip. That is one of my I play that weekly. I'd be like, we love second place, second place, second place. And who finished first? Manchester City, of course. Yo, that is brilliant. Assam never changed, man. Never changed. But moving on from that, woo. Cristiano Ronaldo been in the news. Obviously, I was expecting a quiet week leading up to the World Cup, and then Cristiano Ronaldo has, changed all of that. So the quotes came out initially in regards, it was Sunday night. So the quotes came out from the interview, and then more and more quotes came out, and then we had part 1 drop yesterday, and then part 2 is out today. So what are you saying, Hassan? Thoughts on the Ronaldo interview? Talk to me.
I'm on Ronaldo's side, low-key, because
Okay, talk about it.
After what I watched the interview, and I think the second part today, it's at 8, by the way, right? Again?
The second part's out today at 8. Yes.
At 8 again, yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, like, after watching that first part, I'm more on Ronaldo's side than anything. And he's actually, funnily enough, kind of like me right now, trying to maintain standards and uphold standards. Everything he spoke about the Oli situation was facts, except him wanting more time. But he said basically, you have to read between the lines. He said because of him as a person. So he's basically saying as a coach, he was probably not good enough. Ralf Rangnick, he was spot on. Youngster mentality, spot on. Facilities, technology, all of that. And even when you look at it now and just analyze it, when it comes to the youngster situation, for example, since 2013, since Alex Ferguson left the club, how many youngsters have come through? So many. And so many we've heard of as well, and so many were hyped as well. But a lot of them didn't come through. A lot of them didn't make it. I still remember that striker who wore number 39. I don't know where he's playing now in Scotland.
You 39. You talk about Makeda?
No, not Makeda. That was 08, bro.
Oh, seeing 39.
What was his name? He was like this blonde, tall striker.
Wilson.
Yes, Wilson. That was his name. Wilson. Yeah. I think he played under Van Gaal. He actually gave many youngsters their debut.
Yeah, he did.
And even, by the way, that's summer floods. How so many United fans, Charlie Savage, Zidane Iqbal, blah, blah, they've all just disappeared. They literally, they just dipped. Like Scott McTominay still starting games of football, not Zidane Iqbal, not Charlie Savage, not none of these players who were so amazing.
They don't start no more, but go on, carry on.
But you get the point. So maybe I understand maybe there is a mentality problem over there. The technology and stuff. Look, he comes from 2 big clubs in terms of like around Europe, Juventus and Real Madrid. So he has an accurate measuring stick as to what's technologically to date and what isn't. So and plus he was at the club before. So maybe really he is seeing the same exact technology from 15 years. You've got to move on with the times. It's like me and you, instead of streaming on YouTube, we use BlackBerry still. Like it kind of makes no sense. We all have these touch phones and shit, and we're streaming, and it's a different life. Me and you right now, unlike 15 years ago, we don't just listen to pundits. Now we tune into content creators and we hear them out. So you've got to move on with the technology. We got to move on with the times. And the biggest thing that all United fans must be extremely happy with is him calling out the Glazers. Now, the reason why, and I heard what Flawless said, he says, we get it. You said everything we knew already. But the reason why it's significant is because it's Cristiano Ronaldo. This is the highest ever profile player to call out the Glazers. The highest ever profile player, the highest ever profile person to call out the Glazers. So he ever since he made that statement, Glazers out has been trending like no other on Twitter. So the impact is positive regardless, because the man himself is coming out and saying the Glazers are horrible. They don't care about the football club. They don't want to move us forward. All they care about is their pockets. Now, from Flawless's perspective, from United fans' perspective, many of them is like, I knew this already. But now when someone that big says it, it spreads the message worldwide. Worldwide, people are now like, Glazers out. We don't want this, blah, blah, blah. And I think it makes the positive impact, in my opinion. And this is what I'll finally say.
Cool.
We must separate, in my opinion, we must separate Ronaldo's message from Ronaldo the player, because Ronaldo the player, I think we can all agree, is past his best, not the best available player right now to play for Manchester United, but the message was all correct. So what he spoke for the hour, I don't think there's anything you could disagree with, to be honest with you. It's just like a lot of it is just factual.
Well, I said it from the quotes from when so before part 1 happened. I said, yeah, the majority, minus the Rooney and Neville stuff, like, and this was just the quotes. I said, yeah, I agree with everything like he had said. Like, I had no issue with it. That's what I should say. I had no issue with what he had stated. But you said they're separating the two. The reason why I'm not hearing it from him, and I'm Glazers out 110%. I've been at the protests, all them type of things. One of my dons, obviously, people know Saeed set up one of those protests as well. I've used my platform to push that message. I use my platform to push all them protests. I use my platform to let people from all over the world, you know what I'm saying, have their say and speak out and say Glazers out, and I say keep that moving. But with that, it's because of where it's coming from. Ronaldo is one of them guys, and I've said this before and I say this again, who will sink the whole ship because he can't be captain. I am not with that. Just because you are trying to drown people that I dislike in terms of the Glazers doesn't mean I'm going to give you credit. Yes, does it help him saying that? Yes. But I refuse to give him credit for it? Yeah, because it's going to go no further. Yeah, it trends. Yeah, it's opened its eyes to more people. Is it going to get the Glazers out? If it helps that movement, I'm all for it in terms of something happening. I hate empty gestures and just being vocal for the sake of being vocal, because I understand where this is coming from with Ronaldo. I totally understand. This is because you're not where you want to be at the football club. That's what it is. And when I say that in terms of playing week in, week out, scoring goals, getting all the plaudits, for the first time in his entire career, he is now being criticized. He is now being seen as a problem. This is why.
Do you think he needs that interview to get out, though?
Not to get out, to help himself get out clean, yes. And when I say get out, no. Let me respond. Let me respond to that. No. When I say to get out clean, because you know what we're going to talk about when he leaves this interview, and you know what's going to get brushed under the carpet? His poor performances this season. No one ain't gonna mention his poor performances this season. Yes, no one ain't gonna mention. No one ain't gonna mention the fact that he's been top 2 of our worst players this season. No one's gonna mention the fact that everybody in the entire team, including the new signings, old signings, youngsters, have all performed better. No one ain't gonna talk about that. Like, I seen Piers Morgan put out a tweet and he stated, I don't even know if this was true, but I've seen it, but I've seen this from other people as well, and it stated something along the lines of, Ten Hag's not doing a good job. Manchester United currently sit 5th, finished 2nd in Europa League and in the playoffs of the Europa League games. Who played in those Europa League games? All 6 of them. Who performed poorly in all 6 of those Europa League games? Who's performed poorly in every single start that he's had for the football club this season? Cristiano Ronaldo. But because of this interview, we're not going to discuss that. So when I say he did this to get out clean, yes, because if he leaves in January and gets moved on, the topic of conversation is going to be, right, let's look at his performances. Because everybody used to hang their hat on him, he scores goals. That's what it was. Ronaldo scores, well, how many goals did he score this season? Because that was the whole thing last season. You know what I'm saying? Not very many. And one of them's a penalty. I think it's 2. And one of them's a penalty.
But what's the positive impact of the interview, though?
The positive impact is what I just stated there in terms of nobody's talking about his footballing ability right now. That's on the back burner.
No. I mean, nobody's the positive impact for besides Ronaldo, besides himself.
Oh, you mean wait? What do you mean? Say that again. Ask that question again.
The positive impact of his interview
is that he also leaves as well. That's what I like.
No, you're missing my question. The positive impact outside to Ronaldo, like to Manchester United, what's the positive impact of this, and to the fans?
What's the positive impact for him or for us?
Not for him, for the fans, for the
Oh, for
club.
the fans. Oh, for the club. For me, that he leaves. I've said this. That's the positive impact.
Oh my God.
What do you think it is?
The positive impact is him calling out the Glazers.
Oh
So
yes,
so
I
now
just said I
the,
agree.
the
I said
Glazers
I
out
agree with that.
movement and all the shit that he criticized, you think they're not gonna move, at least do something about it? The
No, I
technology and
don't.
all that shit?
I don't think they are, no, because they don't care.
So now it's globally known that Man United have shit technology and shit nutrition, and you think they're
I
gonna do nothing about it?
I don't trust the Glazers to do anything. No. If you think Ronaldo's world holds that much weight, I hate to break it to you, I don't believe so. Because you know what the ironic thing is about this, about the Glazers not caring about the football club. You know who's the poster boy for that? You know what the big move Manchester United make that goes to show how much they don't care about the football club and don't know, signing Cristiano Ronaldo in the first place. You're the poster child for that. You should have never been signed in the first place. If you truly cared about Manchester United Football Club and was paying attention to what was going on and cared about the football club, you do not bring in a 36-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo. You don't. Never makes no sense on 500,000 a week. That's the funniest shit about it when he says, "Oh, they care about PR." Yes, you were the PR guy. You know what I'm saying? And that they care about making money. Yes, you are the biggest cash cow. This is why nobody don't want you. And the craziest thing is when he tried to lie in the interview and say, "Oh, I was going to Manchester City." Do I believe Manchester City had interest in the football? Had interest in Cristiano Ronaldo? Yes. I believe there was talks. I believe there was interest. Do I ever believe there was a contract on the table and they agreed personal terms and he was going to sign? No. Because Manchester City have come out and disputed that and said, no, we pulled out of the negotiations. The same way Bayern Munich also said recently, we have no intentions of signing Cristiano Ronaldo. The same way this entire summer, I said he won't leave the football club because nobody wants him. The same way the only reason he came to Manchester United because we were the only team who put a contract on the table for him. And these are facts. These are facts.
You are so shameless. You
How am I
cannot.
shameless?
I'll
Go
tell you
on.
why. Because you cannot separate the message from the messenger. That's your problem. You're linking everything to Ronaldo the player, but you're not looking at his message.
But I've said, but the thing is, I've said this, and I think I said it on Ballad Enough, but I've said it and I say it again. Most 99.9% of the time, you know what I'm saying? 99 like times out of 100, forget the messenger. Did you get the message? That's always been my thing. Like I'm fully on that. I have that issue. People, and I'm gonna keep going. People don't like me saying certain things, but I'm like, right, I'm right. Don't forget that I'm smiling or I'm laughing or I might be happy about your pain. I'm right. But people will go, oh, Flawless, this is on you. This is your fault. You've done it in this show already. You know what I'm saying? Look at you laughing at my pain. I ain't FSG. I ain't Klopp. I ain't Milner, but we move. I ain't Trent getting dunked on at the back post, but that's a whole nother conversation. My point is because of the reasons he's doing it. That's why I don't separate the two. This is why I don't give you no credit for it, because I understand where it's coming from. It's coming from a selfish place. All I want is honesty. I know you don't love Manchester United. Cool. Have no issue with that whatsoever, but don't lie about it. That's why I don't like. Or the Glazers don't care about. So what? It took you 18 months to open up your eyes and see the technology wasn't good. It took you 18 months to realize the jacuzzi's not been updated. Really took you 18 months? Really? Like you clearly, but you know what that is? You just didn't care. So don't sit in with Piers Morgan and lie on it. That's what I'm like. Don't lie. We know where that comes from. It's because you're not in the team. Because not once, I already know, I've said this before, I'll say this again. I knew before part 1 came out, and I know during part 2, never once during the interview is he going to say, I need to do better. My performances have been up to scratch. I need to be a better example for the youth players. I need to help the coaches. Zero accountability. And you know who did the exact same thing recently as well? Harry Maguire. This man have no accountability. Zero. Not one time, as Ronaldo said, it's on me. I haven't performed to the best. Let him tell it. He perfect, and everybody else is at fault. But we're a better side without you. And everybody bar Cristiano Ronaldo and Roy Keane know this. That's the craziest thing. They're the only two people on planet Earth that think Manchester United are a better side with him in it. And even Gary Neville. That's what I don't like as well, the whole disrespect thing as well. Like, you talk about, I don't like being disrespected, but go around being disrespectful. That's like me telling someone, I don't like the fact you be telling jokes. That's just the irony. Like that's like me saying that to you or another content creator. Yo, you tell too many jokes.
What do you think about what he said about Neville?
Again, Neville said nothing wrong. I don't like it because he was disrespectful to Neville. That's why I don't like it.
But let me ask you a question.
Go on.
Have you heard Gary Neville criticizing Oli or Maguire or McTominay? Why didn't he keep the same energy for those bums letting United down week in, week out?
I criticize, but the thing is, I criticized him for all those things, and eventually he did. But what we have to understand with Gary Neville is he's closer to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer than he is a Cristiano Ronaldo. I criticized him.
But
many
why
a time
did Gary Neville find it easier to criticize Ronaldo than Maguire?
I don't think he found it easier. You know why? I'll kill that dead. I've been critical of Gary Neville not being critical of Ronaldo because he defended him. It's only one time, you know. It's only one time. That's the first time that he is actually, and he was nice about it. He was nice about it. He was like, currently as constructed, Manchester United are a better side without Cristiano Ronaldo. And he said, Cristiano Ronaldo needs to do what I did. And he used himself. And he said, if you want to be here, you're not going to play every game. You're going to be a bit part player at times. He said, I did it. Ryan Giggs did it. Scholes did it. Or if he wants to move on and still be that guy, that's cool. I've been very critical of Gary Neville because Gary Neville sugarcoated it for ages to the point where I was like, you shouldn't speak on this because you're too close to the situation. You need to turn around and tell Sky and tell all of us, I'm too close to the situation. That's my brethren. Therefore, I can't be non-biased on the situation. Because he wasn't. That's why Roy Keane's still up there defending him.
Until Neville criticizes Maguire and keeps the same energy for the bums letting United down week in, week out, then I'm not hearing it from him. Because you're talking about Ronaldo, and fair enough, he deserves criticism. But last season, you didn't criticize Oli once. You didn't criticize McTominay. You didn't criticize Maguire. You didn't criticize Luke Shaw. You didn't criticize any of these players. So why are you criticizing Ronaldo now? So he doesn't keep the same energy, Gary Neville, in my opinion. You know, that's the thing. So we've got to be on. For example, Rio Ferdinand is someone who kept the same energy. He backed Oli all the way, and he's backing Ronaldo all the way. No problem. You're backing both players that you played with across your career. My issue with Gary Neville is last season, you didn't say shit about Maguire. You didn't say shit about McTominay. You didn't say shit about any of these players. Suddenly you want to criticize Ronaldo. So like that's my problem with it. Like if he had kept the same energy, fair enough. But he didn't even keep the same energy.
And I agree with that. And he's wrong for that as well. And that's where I was critical of him. But one thing he wasn't to Cristiano Ronaldo was disrespectful, which Cristiano Ronaldo was. And I'm not on no hypocrite thing. Like if you are going to be disrespectful, if you are going to be disrespectful, give us like two. We're going to be like, if you're going to be disrespectful, expect to be disrespected. That's what I'm saying.
Why exposing me?
You know, suppose they didn't clap that because I was
it in the private chat. There's a reason it's a private chat, brother.
Yeah, it's a private chat. They know what we're like, man. They know what we're like, man. But
you guys, Flawless, you cannot take him outside. You cannot take. He will embarrass you. You cannot take him outside. He's that type of guy. You're walking with him on the pavement. Look, my face is red. My face is red. Now everyone thinks red. I was just asking a question to know. You could have just said in the thing.
They didn't even catch it. They didn't even catch what I just said. They didn't catch that. That was slick. I guarantee you didn't catch it.
The same way that Ronaldo didn't catch the Neville strays.
Yeah, but like that's what it is. That's why I have no issue again. And then the whole thing, Rooney attacked me. Rooney was very like he was critical from you from a footballing perspective. You tried to get personal. You spoke about his looks, even though it was tongue in cheek. The malice is still there. The malice is still. That's what because it's like he said in the interview. You watched it as well. Oh. His kids were at my house, but he's like, now we're no longer friends. So like I said in malice, it's like me and you are cool, Hassan. If you say something about me on another stream, I know there's no malice in it. I'm never taking it like Hassan's being nasty. Yes, he's running bants, he's running jokes, but I never take it as malice. You know what I'm saying? But then if you turn around and say, we ain't dons, we ain't cool, and then you make a joke, then I'm gonna take that, right? That's from a malicious place. There's malicious intent there. Whether it's said in a joking way or not. But that's him for you, man. I'm just happy. And all in all, I'm happy the result ends and it's him leaving. Because it was 50-50 before this. Now it's 100% he's leaving. We can go sign a striker, which we need to go. Hey, Surfer short, man. Surfer just talking rubbish in the chat. Big on my guy, Surfer, Black Diamond, all the regulars, all the new people. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Hassan, great having you on. Obviously, Sarcasm City TV special. I'm going to continue to bring you special guest people. I got one of these tomorrow. Wait. Yeah, I have two tomorrow, actually. I have two tomorrow, people. Two tomorrow, and I'm trying to pattern one for Saturday. But two more Sarcasm City TV specials tomorrow with two special guests. One making their debut, one returning, who's not been on the channel in a strong minute.
Cool.
But Hassan, my G, I'll tell you off air. I'm saying this is a surprise for the people. But I'll tell you off air.
Imagine I exposed him the same way he exposed me on the channel.
Didn't even hear what you said. I know you going red over there, embarrassed.
Jokes, we're on the playground. We're on the
Yeah,
playground.
yeah.
Also, I
know
must
you're-
say one thing. I'm
Yeah,
speaking
go on.
right here to this camera, right here, right now. You see you, Matisse. You see you, Matisse. It might be you. Matisse might be the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Because for the second show in a row, me and Flawless actually spoke for an hour and had good, fruitful debates. It might be that Chelsea fan that's getting in between the two big boys. You get me, Liverpool and Man United. Might be him.
Might be.
So Matisse, I'm looking at this camera right here. You better fix up when we come back for Battle of the North, because you might be the problem, brother. You might be the problem. Suey.
It might be. Shout out Matisse, big up Daps. Make sure you go check. There's a playlist for that on the channel as well, Battle of the North people. So you can see all the shows in it, the craziness. But yeah, Sam, anything you want to add before, you know what I'm saying, we close out? SA, what is band bottom left? What are you talking about, SA? This guy's been saying this. What are you talking about? But yeah, go on. He keeps saying SA, keeps saying band bottom left. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that means. I'm confused. Yeah. So I don't know what going on. I have no idea, man. You know what I'm saying? People be crazy out here in these streets. You're crazy, man. This is Sarcasm City.
We're banning.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's no one bottom left though. There is left and right only on the street.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. That's the craziest thing. But yeah, go on. Anything you want to add, Hassam?
Anything I want to add? Fantastic time on Sarcasm City TV. Love to. Oh, bottom left is Matisse. He's bottom left on the big six.
Okay. Yeah, he didn't clarify that. He didn't clarify.
So
he would have clarified.
Ban Matisse, you bozo.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, just say ban Matisse. Yeah. Shout out Matisse though.
Yeah, just say that from the start. Why have you got to do all this indirect routes? Anyway, thank you so much for having me on the channel. You get me. It was a lot of fun. I had fun doing this. Funnily enough, I'm live in 22 minutes to rant about Curtis Jones, because I am angry about my football club just being sentimental for no reason whatsoever. Big up to you if you guys want to come check that out. And listen, Sarcasm City TV, you get me. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you follow Flawless everywhere. The thing is, the one positive thing I'll say about Flawless, and this is just me being honest as a content creator, you guys, for anyone who wants to become a content creator in the future, you don't have to ask questions. You don't have to do anything with this guy. It's just flowing conversations. And this is exactly the best type of person to work with. So I always love working with Flawless. And thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, love, man. Big up. Definitely going to make this happen again. Definitely 110%. So make sure, like Hassam said, go subscribe to his channel, people. I'm live in just under 20 minutes. I'll be on Rants is Twitch with Aaron. So we'll be over there. Rants and Bants Official on Twitch. Make sure you check that out. We're back here tonight. The Q&A is currently scheduled for midnight, but we may move it forward depending on this Ronaldo interview. But just keep a lookout on the upcoming live stream schedule, people. Let you know all the shows that are coming up. I've already updated it next week, all the way up until Thursday. So all the group games, because the aim, again, is to do every single World Cup game. And that is the aim, people. We're going the marathon route for all the watch-alongs. So I've updated it already. But yeah, love to everyone that has locked in. And this has been the Sarcasm City TV special on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.